What's up, everybody? My name is Shannon and I am still waiting for my Satyr, and today we are talking about The Cheerleaders by Kara Thomas. So when I picked up this book, I had no idea that this was the same author who wrote The Darkest Corners, which is a book that I really immensely didn't like. It just really wasn't my cup of tea. I didn't like anything about that book and it was very frustrating to me. So when I finally got off the wait list for The Cheerleaders and I saw that, I was like, oh. So I was a little bit worried going into this book. And The Cheerleaders, for those of you guys who don't know, is the story about a girl in high school. She's trying to unravel this old cold case of all of these cheerleaders that were murdered one year, her sister being one of them. And it sounds cool on the surface, but man, this book was just so boring. It really didn't have any kind of like redeeming qualities. It was just such a hard read to get through. Like, I was really glad that I was listening to it because otherwise I probably would have dropped it. Much like with The Darkest Corners, the characters in this novel are just so dry and they're so flat. There's really nothing to them. I didn't like any of them, so I didn't really care what was going on or if we figured anything out. And the ending of the story kind of left me feeling unsatisfied. Like, I kind of assumed that was the direction that we were gonna go. That was something that we hadn't mentioned in a long time, and I'm just like, I don't know. It overall just didn't really feel quite right. However, this book is told in two parts. So the main story is that girl trying to figure out what happened to her sister, reopening that cold case, all that kind of stuff. And the other part of the story is told in flashbacks from the sister, kind of putting pieces together leading up to all of the deaths of these girls. And I liked that part. That part was interesting because this girl wasn't exactly the stereotypical popular girl cheerleader that everybody assumed that she was. There was a lot of intrigue and little like relationship kind of stuff going on there, and I liked that. But it just didn't ever really go anywhere. It didn't go in the direction that I thought it was going to go to. I really thought that this was going to be like parallel stories, and as we learned things in one storyline, we'd see how they fit together in the other storyline or things like that. And that's just not really what happened. Instead, it was just this like frustrating like game of, oh, well, now we're going to talk to this person. Oh, and now we're going to talk to this person. And oh my God, like this truck keeps appearing in all of these pictures. And it was just not a very enjoyable read. So with that being said, I am giving this book a D+. It could just be that it's not my cup of tea. It could just be that I was expecting something different and I just felt that I was let down. But for the most part, it was just really boring. I didn't connect to any of the characters, and honestly, I would not recommend it. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to hit that like button down below, and don't forget to subscribe so you can talk books with me every week. That is everything I got for today, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!